Hello and Merry Christmas. Welcome back to Bookmas. This is a continuation of the previous day's episode wherein we assigned ourselves random words and came up with some book suggestions for each other.
Wait, for each other?
Yeah.
No, these are my words and I'm reading these books.
No, you told me they were for each other.
No, the next one is...
I've read all these books. I'm not going to read any books myself.
I wanted to read these books.
Olivia's got 6 book suggestions, I guess. And I'll come up with something else for myself another time. No, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, fine, we've changed it. It's now going to be recommending books for each other, I guess. That's how I thought it was. She's changed the books.
We need to work on communication.
Communication. Alright, so my first word was slow. I'm not going to focus on the camera, but it's the word slow. So I picked a book for Olivia, and I picked a book specific that would cater towards that word. Now, I picked Patrick O'Brien's Post Captain. And the reason I picked it is because me and Olivia have been having discussions about the slow pacing of Victorian literature, of that kind of 1820s kind of period, maybe a little bit early, the turn of the 19th century kind of time, where it feels very slow and romantic and householdy. And Post Captain, the first third of it is set, even though it's a ship, naval novel, the first third of it is entirely set on land, and it's just all, it's basically like Pride and Prejudice.
Wait, but this isn't the first one in the series.
It's not the first one in the series.
This is a trick to make me read the whole series.
It is partly a trick to read the whole series, yes, but I also think it's useful and relevant for the word slow, in terms of how, and then maybe also for the fact that the pace then quickly changes. And that's kind of interesting.
Okay, and I do have to read about 4 books to get to this one?
This is the second book.
Oh, it's the second one. Oh, that's not too bad.
You could also read this in isolation, I think.
No, that's not...
You definitely could read this book in isolation. And in fact, many people think this is their first book of it.
Okay. I don't like doing that.
Well, fine.
But, okay, but sure.
Hooray!
That was a bit of a trick, so...
Yes, it was. What's yours one?
Right, my first word was breakfast.
Yes.
I had picked a book for me.
Okay.
That you wouldn't have enjoyed.
Okay.
So I've changed it to the most obvious one. Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I know you will enjoy.
I do want to read. All right. I love the movie so much. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Also, I did suggest that yesterday.
Yeah, so I will still read the one that I picked out for myself.
All right.
Chocolates for breakfast.
Cool.
And you read breakfast.
Yay! I'll put this over here. My second pick was the word tradition. And I picked, wait for it, I was upside down. I picked Shakespeare's plays. I picked tragedies and poems. A beautiful second-hand old edition of all of Shakespeare's tragedies, because what's more traditional in English culture than to understand Shakespeare's plays?
Fair enough.
So I thought you might have a read-through of some of the plays. King Lear, Othello are particularly great. I haven't read half of these, to be honest. I've never read Anthony and
So
Cleopatra.
am I reading one of them, or am I reading all of them in there?
I would say at least read King Lear and Othello.
Okay.
And there's also quite a lot of poems at the end. The Passionate Pilgrim is very good. And there's some really good stuff here. And, it's kind of just part of what you're expected to know as a British person. So, that's what I think you should read.
Okay.
Enjoy. Sorry if you don't like that, but...
I'll do my best.
Good.
Worn.
Worn, as in...
As in, it has been worn, it's worn out.
Yeah.
So
Shift you slightly in the camera. Yeah.
I decided to go for what I think is probably the most worn book in this house.
Oh,
Raffles.
Why did you pick Raffles?
Because I thought I was reading these books and I wanted to read it.
Fair enough.
And it's just one of the most worn books. That the bottoms of it are
Lovely.
all kind of scuffed. The pages are all kind of a bit old, and some of them are folded over. And it's a tatty, worn book.
Olivia also knows, presumably also partly picked it because of my fascination with the person of Raffles, Thomas Raffles, who was the governor of Singapore. In the time period that the old Brahmacharya novels are set. And I'm currently, I guess on a brief break from, writing a stupid zombie fiction novel set in that universe where Raffles is a minor character. And I become fascinated because Raffles is just everywhere. And I have no idea why there are so many places named after the specific gentleman. There's a hairdresser's near me called Raffles inexplicably. And this is a novel called Raffles.
And that's why we bought it.
Yeah.
So I got excited.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
now you get to read it.
Thank you very much. Bam. Oh, my turn.
Yep.
Oh, I dropped it.
My phone.
My third word is poor. So I was really struggling with this one. I thought it would be interesting to talk about some poverty things, but you've already got Dickens on your list. So I thought, sticking with the theme I'd established already, another play.
Okay.
An Inspector Calls by J.B. Priestley.
Okay.
The fundamental basis of this is the way in which poor people are considered by the upper classes. It is a nice little dinner party and with rich people but it is paused and intruded on because an inspector calls.
Cool. I've been wanting to read that for a while.
It's excruciating. No, it's painfully short. Like really, just you read it and you're like, where's the rest? I want more. But it's a perfect little play. It's one of the best plays ever written, pretty much.
Cool.
And it reads really well.
Okay.
You don't need to see it.
Cool. Well, I look forward to that one.
Yeah.
My last one was Cross.
Yes.
Struggled with this one quite a bit. Ended up going for Rage, which is a Stephen King. Did I have it written down somewhere? I did actually have a
Oh
description.
no! You found that for yourself. I found it for
Yes, I did find this for myself, but I can still read it. It's
Yeah.
fine. So it's one of Stephen King's first books that he published under Richard Bachman. However he's pronouncing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bachman.
Sure. And it's actually out of print. Why am I still holding my cross? Yeah, and so I've got the PDF
Yeah.
of it because was it that he said
He hated it.
he hated it, and so it's
He hated
now,
it. He refused.
Yeah,
he
it's now not in
like
print.
sued to make it no longer a part of publication
Yeah.
history, and I found a copy.
And I thought that would be interesting.
Cool.
So now we're both going to read that.
Yay! All right. Thank you very much for watching. Frustratingly, tomorrow is the last day, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The end of the 12 days of Christmas.
A Bookmas.
12 days of
Bookmas.
Bookmas.
But also, the slight problem is that it's going to be a very similar video to today because it's also going to be recommending books for each other.
Because
We just did that,
didn't
though.
communicate.
We didn't communicate. So thank you very much for watching. Like and comment and subscribe, of course. See you tomorrow for more book recommendations, and let us know if you have read these books as well, because they're some good ones, I think.
and we'll come back and talk about them at some
And we'll
point.
probably review them ourselves.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cool. Bye.